Me after my first divorce, am I right? Hi YouTube, bruv, we're reacting to another video today. This is the freaking What Killed the Robbery Bob franchise. Robbery Bobbery? I remember him vaguely, dude. I freaking think I played those games before. Roll the clip.
What we're gonna do is run away from this guy. Maybe run a little bit faster too. Here I go. On the road again. Now on the sidewalk again. Now on the road again. On the bushes? No, can't do that. What am I doing? This is weird. Can I touch this starfish? Nope. Can I swim in the ocean? Nope. Achievement unlocked from walking around. Am I supposed to just go around stealing stuff? That's a possibility. Maybe I should have read some of that.
Robbery Bobbery? What's he got for me? Oh, he depressed. He going through it right now. He's in jail. Free my mans. Huh? He didn't do nothing. Free Bob. Come on, man. He's a good guy. Robbery Bob, man of steel, huh? What's so funny, you pervert? What, do you have clothes on under that trench coat? He wants the money. It's funny. Busted out of prison. No small favor. Really appreciate that. Oh, we literally are freeing my boy. Let's go. Man, what a great clip, and now I remember, and no more question marks. It really took me down memory lane and reminded me of what's important. Robbery Bobbery, Man of Steel, dude. Let's see what happened. This video is by freaking Jack. Shout out. I think I may have reacted to one of their other videos before.
Robbery Bob is one of the most iconic mobile games of the 2010s. It's a product of a time before microtransactions and hyper-casual gaming took over the App Store.
The good old days, some have called them.
Games in this franchise were developed by Level 8, a fairly small company with only 15 employees that manages to make high quality mobile games than a billion-dollar company. Voodoo.
Is Voodoo that expensive?
I'm talking about Voodoo. Level 8 is a developer driven by passion, and you can clearly tell because they have a YouTube channel where they upload subscriber specials, devlogs, and even music videos. And honestly, the best part is they're not even bad.
The stuff that you won't be needing. One man's trash is another one's treasure. Don't even have to thank me, I insist, my pleasure.
Okay, but they're not.
What the dog
amazing.
doing?
What is it? What am I watching? What is this? Why is he happy? He's a criminal. Go to jail.
I really like seeing this kind of thing from a developer because it shows that they're humble.
I mean, I agree, but what the hell are they singing about?
And they really, really care about their games. They actually want to make something special for their fans, and I honestly really appreciate this. That being said, in this video, I want to talk about what happened to Level 8 and Strawberry Dub. On the 2nd of February 20...
On my knob!
Hey, yo!
You guys smash that like button if I rhymed just now. Thank you. Appreciate it. Kiss, kiss.
21. The official Level 8 YouTube channel announced a sequel to Robbery Bob, which was promised to release later that year.
It's the sneakquel, dude! Like Robbery and the Chipmunks. Which one was getting the best head? Robbery Bob 1 or 2? Let me know.
Robbery Bob, the sneakquel, will be soft launched during 2021.
Now at this point, if you were a Bobbery Schnopp fan, you were really hyped to see Level 8 post more updates on their game on their social media. I mean, they said they would. They wouldn't lie, right?
No.
It's been 3 years of silence. Not much after the original announcements, Level 8 sold Robbery Bob to Deca, an indie publishing company. And then they shut down.
What?
So I guess Deca killed Robbery Bob? Alright, that's not fair to say. After
It might
acquiring Robbery Bob, Deca announced that they would be finishing the game, but it would be delayed by a year. So I guess Robbery Bob will be released in 2022.
That's already over! I don't think it's coming out!
Nope.
Oh, come on. Deca, after clearly not delivering on their promise, have gone completely radio silent, not even telling us whether the game is cancelled or not. And by the time you're watching this video, the last update we got on the Robbery Bob franchise would have been 2 years ago. So realistically, the sneakquel is never happening. But even if it were to happen, considering Deca's track record, I don't think it would have been very good.
I guess the Deca is not as stacked in our favor, you could say, if you had to. If you insisted on it, no matter what.
You see, Deca specializes in publishing games, but they do also develop games.
I can't read games.
The original games are subpar, to put it politely.
Okay.
We have a couple of these games with really odd imagery and
they look like
unnecessary.
Oh my god, they look. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It's like a deck of shit. God,
I really doubt anybody. The weirdest thing is that these games have some really suggestive characters, but not all characters. No, that's unacceptable. Just the women. I am not against...
Well, why would a man be wearing that unless he really wanted to? But in this case, the man is this gangster. I'll shut up.
Suggestive and conventionally attractive character designs, as long as they are not the main focus of the game. Skullgirls is a great example of this. It's a game filled to the brim with conventionally attractive characters in revealing clothing. But the focus of that game is the fighting and how fun the mechanics are. Deca's games, however,
There's fighting in Skullgirls?
they use these characters to trick people into downloading their games and hopefully getting addicted to the dopamine the game gives. Yeah, my bad, I forgot to mention, these games reward you for anything and everything. You can click a button and get
I like
2
that.
billion coins
I
worth
mean,
of
hey, the first thing seemed pretty bad, but this, let him cook.
rewards. It's very clear that they just made a cheap game so that some whale might get addicted to it and pay them thousands of
He means like a big spender. The term is whale, but that just sounded so out of pocket.
dollars. There is nothing in this game to be proud of. Now,
Fun
in the spirit
gameplay,
of
dude.
being fair, these games are not representative of all their games. They do have some good FPS games that are actually fun
yes.
to play, so they're not all bad.
It's
but what I'm
dead
getting at
guy.
is that a developer that doesn't mind making these non-game trash alongside its actual good games doesn't necessarily care about giving the players the best experience they could have, but rather they're more interested in getting a hefty paycheck. So even if they were to finish Robbery Bob 3, I reckon they would have absolutely destroyed the original vision of Level 8, opting for a more microtransaction focused game. So yes, it seems that Level 8 having to
Thought he was being really sentimental about the 8th level of the game for a second, but that is the company, I remember.
shut down and Deca acquiring Robbery Bob
Damn.
has ended this franchise.
Shit.
But as an attempt to keep Level 8's games from being lost to time, I want to thoroughly review them. Note that at the time of
I
recording,
bet.
both games are still available for download on the App Store. They are both free and I highly recommend them. But first,
Oh.
now that I have more than 10k subscribers, a word from our sponsors, Robbery Bob. That's the first game. So the game starts with a comic book style intro, where our protagonist, Bob, is counting his days in prison. Which,
He
adds
deserves
up to
it.
10.
Come on, man. He's a good guy. Bro, what did you do, man? Walk across the wrong street without looking both ways? Stop dropping and rolling? That's not illegal. That's for when you're on fire. Why did parents think that was going to happen so often, or teachers, or whoever? Adults in my young life? This might have been a me thing after all.
Strong, brother, stay strong. While this is happening, a person from the outside gives Bob a file to break out of prison
Perfect.
from the window. I'm surprised that they didn't just give Bob the keys to his cell, honestly. So after Bob escapes his maximum security prison, he meets the person who freed him.
Why he
Trench
built
coat
like
man.
that?
Yeah, we are never really told what this guy's name is. Although if you listen to the Robbery Bob cold rap, we find out that his name is...
On a secret mission, under Secret Sam's supervision.
It sounds like goddamn Lonely Island or whoever.
Secret Sam. Nice one, guys.
Secret
No,
Sammy!
really, good job, good job.
Robbery Bobbery and Secret Sammy.
But I'm just going to call him Coat from here onwards.
Go on, then.
Coat then takes Bob to a house and explains that
And he exposes himself under dark lighting, shady stuff.
breaking him out was a favor, not charity, and Bob needs to repay him by stealing other people's
You
belongings.
owe me big. This is called
the plot
blackmail, dude.
of Chapter 1. The story of Robbery Bob is pretty much exclusively told through comic book strips and comedic dialogues exchanged between Bob and his employer. I went to my usual
I can
dive
respect
last
that.
night.
Don't talk to me in any other way.
This fantastic lady. I asked for a number, but she refused. So I need you to go into her house and take it for me.
Oh my god.
Shut the fuck up, liberal.
We have
They say
diverted
books
so
are made.
far from God's light. I am concerned.
Shut up. These earlier levels are mostly used to explain basic mechanics to the player, and so they are incredibly easy.
Dude, I freaking hate stealth missions. I hate working under pressure. Quit watching me.
Basically, don't let anybody see you, be quick, and get all the money. And that's what's really impressive about Robbery Bob's mechanics. For example, sneaking through doors will slowly open them and will not make any noise. But sprinting through them will smack the door open and make a loud noise, alerting people around. Knowing this, you can either avoid running into doors or use it as a distraction, and the game is filled to the brim with these intertwined mechanics to the point where in later levels it becomes less of a thief simulator and more of a puzzle game in a good way. So now I'll go back to
Hell
talk about the
yeah.
game's story and explain new mechanics as they get introduced. The first level, as I said, is just a box with Coates' briefcase in it as the main loot, and Coates says that he wanted to test you. On what exactly? On walking? Oh golly gee, I need to see if you're fit to rob houses for me. Can you walk? Anyways, this is called main loot. Basically, it's the only loot you are required to get in each mission. Any loot besides this is unimportant, unless you want to ace every level. Which, I mean, who in their right mind would want to do such a thing? I mean, come on now. In the next level, we get our first non-player character, the Granny. Now, NPCs in Robbery Bob are actually really interesting. They walk on a set path that is completely visible to the player. They never deviate from this path unless the player somehow provokes them. And this strict game design applies to everything in Robbery Bob, which is perfect. Consistency is a necessity when it comes to stealth game design, and Level 8 nails this to a T. The game is incredibly consistent, and every fail feels like a skill issue rather than a problem with the game. The next level, yeah, I forgot. As I said, the game is free to download, meaning it comes with ads. But wait.
What's wrong with it? We don't like ads now? What the hell you want? Subtracts?
But honestly, the ads are very short and the gameplay is really good, so I don't even mind. I'm totally okay with this. I'm happy to support the creators of this game.
I thought they were died. I thought they got died. I thought they'd been killed and since died.
I don't want to brag, but I'm quite the talented bowler. One time, I even won a trophy.
Kind of sounds like you want to brag, but that's impressive.
Who asked?
Damn, got his
And we
ass.
get 3 new NPCs: woman, man, cop.
Whoa, I like 2 out of the 3 way more.
The cops will assault you on sight, which is frankly unrealistic because they are more likely to shoot you, and the man and the
Damn.
woman will call the cops on you. For the next few levels, nothing really happens, so let's talk about the art style. I love how this looks. It has that early 2010s mobile game look.
True, dude. Just say it looks good, but also kind of like shit.
Putting all this together. So in this level, we are introduced to the hiding mechanic. Basically, Bob can hide in certain places and people won't see him. For example, this box.
Oh, I just realized the house kind of looks like the border of the comic strips that like the story happens to. Is that intentional? Probably, or maybe I'm overanalyzing it. Who
We
cares?
use it to not get seen by this guy on his way out, and we are just gone. So in the next level, Coach sends us to get him some legal documents. Must be important
yes.
because there are cops guarding the house. So we
Something
find out
sticky
that the
this
legal
way
documents were
comes.
actually Coach's divorce papers. Which I'm just going to say it. If your significant other has to be under witness protection when you break up, you've probably done something wrong. Now you just pull the handle down.
This is a
and,
beautiful
it opens.
animation. Whoa! Bob, what the hell?
We are also shown
My feeling when doors...
how to use this to our advantage by distracting this idiot. Oh, okay, I see. In the next level, we are introduced to doggos. So in short, there are 2 kinds of dogs: Pitbull named Princess and Pitbull named SM62 Snark. Princess will run at Bob with intention to kill. How wholesome. She is usually on a leash, so Bob can outmaneuver
Oh my
her.
god, that is not a dog, dude. That is the dog from Toy Story, perhaps. But not any real life dog.
Basically.
That is a Pixar nightmare creation dog in
62
1999.
So
Oh my
skipping
god.
forward a couple of missions, we reach the setup. Oh, okay, my bad.
Shit.
Coat is in this level, but he is a unique NPC that doesn't follow a set path. He randomly picks your location and beelines for it. Easy to
Yeah, that doesn't sound random, dude. That sounds very intentional, premeditated, and perverted. And he's gonna expose himself to me. Please don't let that guy around me again.
I was terrified of this guy. I mean, look at his box.
You have every reason to be.
Well, we pick up all the normal
Ideally, he
loots
would hide
and then
more.
call the cops. As the cops raid the place, you don't have to worry about Coat anymore because they arrest him, let's call it.
Okay.
But they will be also arresting you if they see you.
No.
So now you need to escape a mansion filled with cops with random pathfinding, which seems really hard. But the trick is to just rush to the exit as soon as you call the cops.
Me after my first divorce, am I right?
And that is the first chapter. Coat gets arrested and goes to jail, and Bob,
And then Bob
runs
hitting
away
the
with his
Benjamin
loot.
behind the freaking sneaky corridor, avoiding perverts along the way. GG, Robert. GG.
Chapter 2
Hell
starts
yeah,
with
brother.
Schnob walking down the street and accidentally bumping into Big Guy. Big Guy drops his ice cream, Big Guy threatens to kill Bob.
What's wrong, big guy?
Bob complies to Big Guy's commands.
Dude, you are so circumcised.
This is Biff, and Bob caused them mild inconvenience. So obviously, Biff now owns Bob.
Damn it.
Anyways, this chapter is where things really get fun.
Bob is easily extorted and manipulated by others.
Because we are introduced to cameras. If Bob enters a camera's range, he will be seen and then nearby cops will know his
Everything he's explaining also works this way in real life, which makes it very funny. The end.
location. Sometimes you can disable cameras, but usually you just have to avoid them. Anyways, we very early
If you step into the range of sight, you will be seen.
on realize that Biff has anger management issues. Who would have guessed the guy that's forcing you to rob houses because you ruined his ice cream is not mentally stable?
Damn.
Shocker. In other news, the disguise icon. Using this, Bob can disguise himself. This allows him to walk in front of cameras and NPCs without getting noticed. The downside being that he can't run or steal loot, or else his cover is blown. Through these levels, we see Biff try some of his anger management techniques, like ask Bob nicely, "Hey kid, I'm just going to try something new. Give me a sec, okay? Would you be so kind to help me with, help me steal, please?" And
I'm a robber. I can help you. I can help you.
It's so cute that even though I ruined his ice cream, he still thinks we're best friends or something. He will leave a trail on the ground, and NPCs will notice this and follow it. Anyways, the next level, Biff tells us that the DA is making a case against him.
It looked so weird. I'm like, why are there 2 toilets? It's top down, guys. Don't worry.
And so, we need to enter the DA's office and steal whatever they have on Biff. Because of course, no better way to prove your innocence else than stealing the evidence that's suggesting you're not innocent.
Why would you want to get away from anyone named Wizard Biff? Never mind, I get it. Enjoy the Rico, Biff. We're out of here.
This chapter's boss fight, but Biff is not here yet. As soon as you pick up his digital watch, he will spawn in and start beating the cops.
Woo!
Now that he's a free man, he doesn't have to do thievery anymore, right?
Damn.
Who am I kidding? No, he gets
You can take the bobbery out of the robbery, but you can't take the robbery out of Bob Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Pound it. You're coming with me, buddy. Citizen's arrest. Nice jorts, asshole.
into another forced robber situation. This time is different.
Why is he dressed
Bob,
like goddamn One Piece
now that he's
McGee?
a free man, he doesn't have to do thievery anymore.
It's
right?
Luffy, dude. He's in
Who
disguise.
am I kidding? No, he gets into another forced robber situation. This time is different though. Bob gets lured into this secret laboratory by Dr. Thievius. Thievius is an intern at the lab, and he wants Bob to get him the material he needs for his super secret invention that the lab higher-ups don't approve of. It's important to note that Thievius doesn't have the same control over Bob that the other employers had. He isn't physically threatening him and isn't trying to snitch on him. They are both in a secret government facility. If anybody snitches, they are both going to Game End. Really, the only control
They are both going to Game End.
has over Bob is the fact that Bob doesn't know the way out, and Thievius promised Bob freedom when his device is
Bob kind of moving different. He nice with it.
completed, and that's why Bob is working for him. Anyways, enough lore. The first new mechanic in this chapter is lasers. The green and yellow lasers are timing based.
I love lasers. Loomis, you'd love this level.
Or disabled with a pressure plate. The second mechanic is a teleporter. It's fairly simple. Step on it and you go to the other side. That's
How did he die?
Published
How
with
did
the
he
other
die?
So I guess he just goes by Charlie now?
You know
Now
what?
that's funny.
You think that's funny? But frankly, he hasn't been the same, okay? Fuck you.
Anyways, skipping a bit forward, we see Bobber bring the Don a police hat. Let me rephrase that. The prison escapee brings the Don, the head of the mafia, a police hat.
What is going on in this world?
And the best part is, it's not even out of malice. It's literally just a mistake. You see, Cannelloni said that it's tradition for the bride to wear something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. So this is Bob's thought process. I got Mr. Cannelloni something old, something new, and something borrowed. But what about something blue? Proceeds to steal a police cap and bring it to the mob boss. Makes perfect sense.
I, for one, am following.
The next chapter is called Shamwill. Yeah, the name is a pun, by the way.
How did they die?
Just a Glock. These levels are not my favorites.
Am I
The new
right?
character. It is so sad to see a developer like Level 8 shut down, while a developer like Voodoo continues to grow and make millions every day. To me, Robbery Bob is what the mobile gaming industry could have been, and the fact that it's not makes me very sad. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to freaking Jack. Shout out to Robbery Bob. This was a cool video. Do you guys remember these games? Did you freaking play them back in the day? What do you freaking think of mobile gaming nowadays? Is it better, worse, improved? Hello? Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and ideas in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.